What's up, Royal Family? It's your girl, Jana Thrones. I'm back today with a car confessional. Today's video is going to be about how to take back your control, okay? And you can take back your control with one word, okay? This is how to take back your power. If you feel like your life has lost control, lost direction, you feel like you really have lost yourself over the years, one way that you can take back control is by using and implementing this one word into your life, getting comfortable with it, okay? And knowing how and when to use it. And that word is no, okay? This may come to a shock to a lot of you, but like, for real, a lot of times, you know, growing up when you're young and stuff like that, you don't really feel comfortable. Some of us, you know, we have no problem telling somebody to kick rocks, like, get the fuck out of here. But, you know, me personally, like, when I was younger, I really had an issue telling people no. And I really don't know why that is, but it was, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even realize that I would end up doing things, committing to things, just saying yes to things that I really didn't feel comfortable with, or that I really just didn't want to do. Like, at the end of the day, it's like, if you don't want to do something, you don't need to do it. Because when you let people impose and infringe on your peace, you know what I'm saying, that really can spiral you out of control. Like, you will feel like you are going in some type of crazy direction and you don't really know which way is up. You don't really, you know, resonate with who you are anymore, and you lose yourself, really, because you have other people that are controlling your life, other people that are controlling your decisions, and you really are giving them permission to do that because you don't feel comfortable saying no. Have you ever found yourself in the situation where, you know, somebody asks you to do something for them? Maybe even it could be something as minor as, oh, could you take me to work tomorrow? And maybe that's your friend or whatever, and maybe you have things to do tomorrow. Maybe you just want to sleep in, like, dead ass, honey. Like, you need your beauty rest, okay? You need a mental health day, especially if you work a 9 to 5 during the week or whatever. Usually the weekends and stuff are times when you want to get your rest. So if somebody wants you to do something like, oh, can you take me to work on Saturday? Like, you know, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I can't. You know what I'm saying? I would love to do that, but I need to get my rest. I need to take these 2 days to do what I need to do for myself. And then so Monday I could be refreshed and hit the ground running and tackle this week. Okay, honey? Like, you don't need to feel guilty for saying no. Like, that is your prerogative. And that person might, you know, feel a little like salty or spicy, or however they want to feel about the situation. But at the end of the day, friend or no friend, that is not your responsibility. Okay? And I remember like back when I first had my own apartment, well, not my own apartment, but my first apartment, I had a roommate, and we was 18, very young, you know what I'm saying? We had just graduated high school, everything like that, and we had jobs or whatever. And she had asked me, could I take her to work on my day off? And we was both working at the same place, but we was on different shifts. Like, and she didn't have a car. And I'm like, you know, I felt bad for her that she didn't have a car. And I would take her places, you know, when we needed to go. I would take her with me when I was going somewhere, you know. But unfortunately, we couldn't get on the same shift, and we was working 12-hour shifts, honey. 3 days on, 3 days off. I was working from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. for 3 days. And then when we was off for 3 days, when we came back, it would be the reverse, 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. So needless to say, it was a mosquito, honey. No. I should close this door, but it's wild hot, so I'm not going to do that. But, shit. I don't want no smoke. Like, I don't want no smoke. But needless to say, now I forgot what I was gonna say. What the hell was I saying? Okay, needless to say, right? My sleep schedule was all jacked up based off of that work schedule, and she had the same schedule. I mean, just not the same days. So she wanted, on my off days, she was working, and she wanted me to take her to work and get up like 7 in the morning to take her to work. And I'm just like, no. Like, I had to tell her no or whatever. But in situations like that, I feel like I didn't feel guilty. That was just a rare situation, because as I got older, I felt like I would take people's, because you know, when you young, you have like reckless abandon. You don't really, oh no, you're not getting in here. I'm gonna have to close this door, y'all. Oh, Hope I don't start sweating. All right. But yeah, you kind of have like a reckless abandon, like to where you really don't care about things, or you don't think them through. But like as I started to get older, like into my like early 20s and stuff, I noticed that I would feel guilt, you know what I'm saying, when I would have to tell people no, especially if it was somebody who I considered a friend and things like that. And I'm just here to tell you, like, you can say no with confidence. You do not have to take on any guilt. You do not have to feel any type of way because you have to tell somebody no, okay? At the end of the day, you are an adult. Everybody else is an adult, you know what I'm saying? And we have the same 24 hours. If that person doesn't have a car, if that person, you know, whatever their situation is, that's their situation, okay? And your situation is your situation. Now, I'm not saying you can never do anything for anybody, but at the same time, you cannot allow for yourself to be overextended to please somebody else, because that is when you lose control. And these situations, these types of situations tend to build on themselves. If someone asks you to do something for them, and you might, you know, be a good-hearted person and you're like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do it. A lot of times you have people who will prey on that kindness and take advantage of the situation. So every time you turn around now, somebody's asking you for a favor. And it's like, honey, I'm not your chauffeur, okay? You need to call Uber, call Lyft, whoever you gotta call to get where you gotta go, because I ain't it, okay? And that's really not the tone that you want to set in a relationship with anybody. You know what I'm saying? A friendship, a romantic relationship, a parental child relationship, you being the child, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to have somebody constantly taking advantage of your kindness, okay? Because you end up getting on a wild roller coaster and it's like no brakes, you know what I'm saying? It's like you on Final Destination type thing, you know what I'm saying? Y'all rolling off the tracks, okay? Your life is out of control, all right? So I use those examples just to simply tell you, like, being able to say no is a subtle art, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a way to say anything, you know? My father used to tell me, like, you could tell somebody to go to hell and they would look forward to the trip. It's all in the way that you say it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a way that you could tell somebody to go to hell that they would look forward to the trip. And that is just like profound to me, really, honestly. So that being said, I just want to tell you all that take the word no and embrace it, okay? Finesse it however you need to finesse it in order for you to maintain your peace and maintain your control in life, all right? Honey, if you don't get comfortable saying no, you know what I'm saying, and get real friendly with the word no, you will have people like influencing you to do shit that you really just know is not you. You'll be out on a date and dude will be like, oh, you want another drink? Like, here, have another drink. Or not even a date, a party, really. Like, I've been in those situations when I was younger where dudes always be like wild thirsty to get you to drink extra drinks and stuff. Like, sit down with that bottle and relax yourself. Like, don't keep coming up to me with a bottle trying to pour something in my cup. Like, no, okay? These are the times when you have to say no. Like, F what his feelings is gonna be hurt or not. Like, also when it comes to dudes pushing up on you or like trying to, you know, get to third base or whatever the case may be, this is when you really have to say no. I was in a situation when I was like, I think like 19 or so, and I went on a photo shoot, and the dude that was the photographer, he was like a total creep, and I just felt uncomfortable the whole time, like the kind of stuff that he was saying out of his mouth, and I'm not even going to get into it, but I was all the way in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, and it was a favor from my boyfriend at the time. This was his cousin's fiance or whatever, and he was doing a favor. He was a photographer for Black Men's Magazine, okay? So this, I'm thinking like, oh, this is gonna be my big break, like, okay, I'm gonna get some exposure, whatever to have you, and it really just, it didn't end good. Like, it ended way bad. Like, it went all the way left. I ended up getting sexually assaulted in that situation, and I never could really come to terms with the fact that I could have just said no, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm uncomfortable, I don't like none of this, like, I want to leave, you know what I'm saying? But I was so worried about hurting someone's feelings, or somebody's doing me a favor, you know what I'm saying? A favor, you know what I'm saying? Really, this dude was just a freaking vulture. He was like a perv, and he probably done that to many women that was trying to aspire to be something better, you know what I'm saying? Or be a model or whatever the case may be, because he was way too comfortable. Like, can't even get into it. But I say all of that to say you really, really, really need to have control in every situation that you're in, okay? And use the word no to your benefit. Honey, no is not a bad word, okay? No is not a bad word. Get comfortable with it. Wife it up, okay? Wife up the word no, all right? That's what I'm trying to tell you, because I really, really don't want anybody else to go through certain situations that could be avoidable because you didn't feel comfortable to say no, because you was worried about somebody else's feelings. The person's feelings that matter the most are your own, okay? How are you gonna feel when that situation goes left? How are you gonna feel when, you know, you could have pumped the brakes on something that ended bad and you didn't? You know what I'm saying? Because you was worried about how somebody feel. Their feelings hurt. They all right? But anyways, since I have my unit on, I just want to go ahead and show you all my wig. This is my very first lace front wig that I have. It's like a beginner friendly or whatever. I got this from Wig Dealer, okay? And the great thing about Wig Dealer, and this is the only reason why I got this, is their wigs already come pre-bleached and pre-plucked. Like, you can't ask for anything better than that. Now, I did go in and pluck it a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? And I was gonna make a video on it, but it was just too much, honey. But they have videos all on YouTube about how to do that if you want to. This wig was like $169, and it comes the great thing is it comes with because I'm not doing that got to be glued and all of that glue stuff like around the edge. I have no edges to spare, honey. Like I just can't do it. So they have this wig spray, okay? It's like a melting spray, and you spray it and then you use your blow dryer or whatever, and it basically just, you know, adheres. It's a gentle adherence, okay? It's like it's gently adhered to your scalp, and it just makes the lace melt seamlessly into your scalp, okay? And there you go. And so if anybody is interested in that, I will leave the link to the wig below. Once again, I really hope that you got something good from this video. You know, find your power, take back your control, use the word no. One word, no. Dead ass, honey. All right? And peace out to my royal family, kings and queens. I will see you in the next video. Love you.